Greetings, Jedi Traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 6, day 4. It is Thursday, February 9th, 2017. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market. See what was going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. Rip Van Winkle has awoken market tore after somewhat of a midnight chop, but eventually turning to a nice uptrend through the London session and rallying all the way back up. So we are popping back up at the record highs as the NASDAQ really led the lead yesterday, as the YM and ES actually moving with the NQ yesterday, but the YM kind of dragging yesterday. Leads the way today. So let's go ahead and do a quick recap here. Let's see what might have got us up there. Again, a little bit of rumor out there with talking about huge tax announcements and news out of Washington. Whoever knows as far as what algos and big players are thinking as far as where markets should be headed. Doesn't matter. Just watch the charts and use that trend strategy that you have to keep you in the trend as long as possible on whichever market you are following. Always follow your trade management rules. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. Look for the next setup. All right, so overall, though, overnight market in an uptrend, U.S. session in an uptrend there, as a couple of news pieces, a little bit more than the last couple of days, but little economic highlights there with jobless claims coming in lower today. Twitter and Coke reporting today, and VIX closing out at 1088. 1088. You guys kidding me? Let's see where we are. VIX February 15th. It is February 9th. We're talking about next week, Jedi Traders. We're talking about strike calls up in the 15s all the way up to 20 to 23. Look at those numbers, guys. Those are not small numbers there. That's 1 million plus open interest. Keep that in mind as we roll through the week. Core sector list finishing with 17 upside, 8 in the red, giving us a nice trend in the green today. Make sure you check out any charts. We'll go over some of the highlight charts. You can check those out on my Twitter feed as well. And we'll go over the big pick and how price action laid itself out today. All right, daily outlook as we post each morning. 15 minutes before, we were looking at a price of 51.93 on the NASDAQ. There was our Globex. Pre-market trend was actually a little bit downtrend, and we're looking at some of those upside numbers. 52.05, I think we surpassed that. Downside, we were looking for a low of 51.85, which we really never looked back. And so obviously hitting our highest numbers and going higher. There was our NQ pre-market pick as price action was, again, holding up here at the resistance. All right. And looking downside for any pullback to 51.85 all the way down to 51.75, hitting maybe 56 as well. But that was our picture pre-market. You never know which way. You got to be ready in both directions. And obviously the charts took us in the upside. All right. Take a look at the ES 15 minutes before, about 22.93. Globex was up. Pre-market was slightly down. We were looking at 22.96 up to 2300. Yeah, we rang that bell overnight, 2300. And ran beyond that, all the way up to 2307 today. Downside, we're looking at 89 to 81. There was our pre-market pick. So we're looking upside. Anything to break here would have ran itself down to possibly 65. Before there, 89 and 85. Well, we never really got down any further and retested the highs. Again, 15-minute charts always got to be aware. Those will reset themselves. It's the higher time frames that we'll take a look at today, and we do over the weekend as where the big picture is. All right, so that's our pre-market trend. We were ready in both directions. Obviously, City at 22.93 with a 2300 upside would have meant the bars would have put you in, and the trend would have kept you upside. All right, let's jump into some of the highlighted charts of the day. As it had been, looking at price action, thinking Yeah, the only thing almost moving at the beginning was the GC Gold, 6J downside, and 6E in trend as the indices were starting to roll. It really was the ES and the YM pulling upside today. NQ was kind of stalling along the way with deeper pullbacks, but really nice move to the downside in the AM session, early AM session. And as the indices started to get a roll on it, we're looking at not only the Globex session, but here we have the ES already on a roll. I said before Globex was in an uptrend, but there it was, pre-market downtrend. You're thinking already, we're coming down. Yeah, this is it. What does it do? It turns around, market open. That's right, golden setup right there, long setup. Heikin Ashi bars in trend. If you don't know what those Heikin Ashi bars are, you got to get some knowledge in your head about these amazing trend bars that keep you in the trend as long as your trade management doesn't take you on the wick, or you're able to keep your stop further back. All right, so anyway, core setup right there, long setup, Heikin Ashi bars in trend. 534 horizontal bar represent the 5 is above the 34, above the cloud. Nice move on the ES. That's post 1 hour of the session. And the ES grabbing the YM along with it. NQ was just struggling a little bit to get going. And what better than, hey, little market internal to keep you in trend. There it is. ES upside, tape reader upside, shadow trader study. Cumulative tick, a little bit of modified version out there floating on Thinkorswim platform, but equally as well here showing that price action on the tick count was majority upside in the green candles, and all you need are the HA bars to keep you in trend. All right, price action on the ES running itself up to the euro close. It was all in trend. The question now at this point is, do you bail? Do you bail or do you stay on? After watching the NQ a little bit troubling here on these deeper pullbacks. But again, is the strategy here to keep you in? Well, we'll take a look at that here in a little bit. And you might start asking yourself here on the NQ, that's right, there's your euro close, price action pulling back. Maybe the MML levels are coming back to major support resistance. And of course, NQ simply lifted higher as the price action rolled out through the day. All right, ES PM session, euro close, a little bit of a pullback, keeps you in the uptrend. The question is, where do you bail? Where do you bail? Let's take a look at the ES. Awesome trade management as we have other charts that I've posted each day, but here it is, current on the ES. You got your cloud above the VWAP. That's your 5144 above the VWAP here. Institutional support, resistance. Yourself, your management is on the trend. You're staying on it. These are trend bars. This keeps you in the trend. You don't have to second guess whether the market is coming down or rolling up or you know exactly what direction it's headed just based on the bars. Trade management, that's up to you. You keep it closer, you're going to be taken out on wicks like these. But as long as you're upside, keep that stop further back. Watch price action move up. Now, as long as that 5144 is above that VWAP, option to just simply watch and see if you get some support here and bounce back up. Then move your stop from down here. Price action lifts. Couple options. You're running out at the end of the day. Price action's moving pretty slow here. Maybe you're hitting a fib level. Maybe you just hit R2. Maybe it's a cam level. Either way, option to always exit out near the highs. But if you're watching on the candles, just as we would have done back here, you got a cloud trend change. The 534 goes red. You now have all three. That's right. Short setup, Heikin Ashi bar downside, option to exit over here. All right, so you didn't get all the way up here, but at least you learned what it took to wrap it up all the way upside. All right, so how did we do overall? So there was our ES full session all the way down. Cloud trend change. We closed it out. Nice move. NQ, a little bit deeper pullback. Euro closed mid-session pullback. Had your opportunity to stay in upside. And then price action, cloud change, and you were taken out. YM also, same picture all the way up. Candles all the way upside. Euro closed PM session, chopping it up all the way at the tops. All right, let me go ahead and show you again for those of you who are trading on the M6E. Again, nice opportunity today. There was the overnight session, pre-market. Price action runs itself down, a little bit of deeper pullback. But again, you can apply that strategy, the 5144 underneath the VWAP. Again, retest. yeah, you got to swing it out a little bit. Maybe you decide to bail, re-enter, but as long as that 5144 is below that VWAP, you have yourself an opportunity to stay in the trend. All right, bigger picture. All right, guys, let's roll into the chart, see where we are on the daily gaps. There we are, daily gaps. We continue to push up high. 2000, spring up. Now we have ourselves a new gap. 20. And breaking above the 20,000 mark, so 220 down there. 20,020 there. How many ways can I say it? 20020. Mark that on your charts. Make sure you know that open gap is sitting there. NQ closed out its gap yesterday, 51.21.25. And then ES, that's right, we got ES all the way down to 18.60.75. The higher we go, the longer we drop eventually. Hey guys, 22.92 set today, open gap, all the way down. 79.75 will be the first two gaps we close before we get down any lower. All right, watching the crude. Crude closes out the gap at 52.91, but forms a new gap today at 52.67. All right, AD lines again across the board, pretty flat on the NYSE. So there was AD line coming now here post-market, but for the most part on the YM, not going any further. 25 is the level to watch. So again, you're watching that chart that we were just looking at on the YM. Full session, price action upside, price action chopping up here, and you decide this is a good place to bail. Why? You're watching your market internals, AD line, not going any further. 25 is the high. S&P also had a little bit more room to go, but pretty much flattened out here at 250. Same picture on the NQ. All right, let's jump into some of those charts. We looked at the indices there. Crude, again, nice little move upside here, but that was yesterday overnight, as we just had one little move here, 51.44 above. Price action was unable to hold the VWAP and broke down, chopping towards the end. Not much movement in the crude today. Take a look at the GC. GC was downside, indices up. There we go. Nice, sweet, clean move. As we saw in the morning session, overnight session on the gold, a little bit choppy there. Two opportunities both ways, but gold holding downside here. Exit point once price action broke the cloud. 6E and 6J. 6J a little bit deeper pullbacks. Not my favorite fan of deep pullbacks, but take a look at the bigger picture. Price action puts you in. You got trending market, pullback 51.44 underneath the cloud at any trending day. Easier to stay in. Easier to stay in. Trade management. Stop, 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 stop. Exit out near the end of the day. Nice trend on the 6J finishing to the downside today. A little bit deeper pullbacks on the 6E as price action. Nice move there in the early AM session. We showed you that picture on all three. That's right. This morning, GC, 6J, and 6E all rolling downside underneath the cloud. All right, so a little bit of pullback here. Still, as we saw in the M6E, price action to the VWAP, holding still to the downside, but deeper pullbacks. One way, Jedi traders, to stay out of a lot of that chop. All right, so where are we big picture? Where are we headed? Well, I can't tell you that. All I can tell you is you got to watch the charts each day. Be ready. Watch the Globex. ADX, NQ upside, breaching for that 40 as the directional movement index here on Sierra charts holds up. So overnight we'll be looking at 52.34 on the range charts. 52.34, watch for 52.24 first. But I'm going to be looking to the 15-minute chart as my first levels, 14, 17, and 19. That'll be a retest of around today's high. Any pullback, I'll be looking to 52.05. Down to 51.95 as my support level. All right, there's your NQ, big picture. Let's go to the ES, ADX, down at the lows, losing a little bit of steam here, but we are in the green. All right, now let's look at the levels we'll be looking at for overnight. Anything to the upside, we're looking at 23.08 up to 23.10. First numbers I'll be looking at is 15-minute chart, 23.05, 23.06. 6 and 23.08 upside downside. Watch for the 22.97 on both the 60-minute and then back down to 22.89 on the 15-minute chart. We'll see if the overnight session, if there's a follow through, obviously we'll push up to higher highs. I'll be looking up to eventually 23.12 on the bigger time frames. All right, and finally on the YM, ADX holding upside above the 2024. Its directional movement index is upside. So we need to go to the smaller time frame, 60 and 15 minute. We've hit the bell up here at 56 as we were looking for today. 16 minute, 15 minute, same levels. So we'll be looking at 76 and 195 upside. Anything downside, we'll be looking to 078 and 20,000. Remember, we got an open gap downside. All right, economics for tomorrow. It is Friday. Where did the week go, Jedi traders? It is at the end of the week. Multiple Fed speakers. Fisher, we got up. We had Bullard and Evans today. One calling for 1 rate hike, one calling for 3. I say flip a coin. Figure it out. All right, we got a couple of yellow star events, consumer sentiment, rig count in the afternoon, and treasury budget. Hey guys, that is it for Thursday. That concludes my insight into the daily trend and technical momentum in the indices and key future markets. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My mantra, one simple strategy, any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. Find me every day on Twitter at TradingFibs. As always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only watch what's in front of me and on my charts. And as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. Hey guys, I know. Every day can't be like that. We've had to wait almost 6 weeks to get a nice move. We've had a couple of moves like this, but not much. But that's what it looks like when you want to stay in trend. Otherwise, trade management will keep you in and will take you out sometimes on those wicks. Can't have a 100% guarantee on a strategy, but when you're in a trend, everything looks great. That's just one other way to remain upside. Hey guys, if you want to watch from setups like that when they happen, you can join us in our community of like-minded traders seeking those highest probability setups. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or email me, David at tradingfibs.com. You may join us on those Thursdays or Fridays to view the live charts as they happen in the trade day, regardless of which index you trade. We'll call them out if we see them and manage it on the way up. Hey guys, have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. Good day, good night, and good trading to you.